I had no idea Ricard was a character. I had no idea Dragoons were even a thing before Kane. You're telling me the dragon riding guy wasn't cool enough to be especially popular? What's the difference between a dragon and a wyvern anyways? Oh wait, that's actually a big difference, huh? Ricard and Wyvern's Trustmaster reward is a materia that's just so original, boosting Ricard's relevant stats by 500 and granting a double killer to all species, an incredible materia that's limited to units from the same game. His Super Trustmaster reward is a helm. It has high attack, increases the damage modifier for jump abilities, and boosts jump damage by 50%. 50% is kind of average, but the other features more than make up for this. Onto his active abilities. I Shall Be Your Opponent can be used once per battle. It boosts Ricard's limit burst damage by 200% and fills his limit burst gauge if it's at max level. Yeah, that's his limit burst cost at max level. Wing Sword deals self-chaining wind damage that chains of Absolute Mirror of Equity. Scorching Breath deals fire damage that chains of Bolting Strike and lowers fire resistance by 120%. Dragon Rush deals self-chaining wind damage that chains a Stardust Ray and raises the damage modifier of his limit burst. Passives. With his Trustmaster reward or Super Trustmaster reward equipped, Ricard gains stats and a flat 500 attack. He has 3 Strong Killers and Fairy Killer and meets half the cap to limit burst damage. He also has a small boost to his limit burst regen, which is unfortunately kind of a small drop in the ocean of his limit burst gauge. He prefers to carry a single weapon, meaning half the cap to the chain limit boost. His normal attack has been changed to Faith in the Wyvern, which deals self-chaining wind damage that chains of Absolute Mirror of Equity. At EX plus 2, he gets Warring Spirit 2, an upgraded version of Warring Spirit for Ricard's expensive limit burst. At EX plus 3, he gets 500 attack. He also has a lot of earth resistance. Let's look at his limit burst. It deals self-chaining wind damage, very cool. Time to change forms. Ricard and Wyvern have a true brave shift, which has no limitations whatsoever. Onto his active abilities. Jump can be awakened further. Dia's Jump inflicts a 30% spear imperil, imbues wind onto Ricard, and then jumps higher, which does more damage but also stays in the air longer. Last Spear deals a single strong wind blow that also lowers wind resistance by 120% and eats up his MP like there's no tomorrow. Let Us Retreat for now can be used once per battle, giving everyone other than Ricard the ability Retreat, which lets them all hide for a single turn. It's kinda cool. Passives. Ricard's gained some jump damage in this form, though it's less than half the maximum amount. He also switches favorites from 1 to 2 weapons, though since the chain cap doesn't have any limits, he would likely stick with his sprite depiction. Man, even he prefers one weapon. He also loses his earth resistance with the Wyvern gone, but he does gain a bit of lightning and wind for whatever reason. Let's look at his limit burst. It removes any attack breaks, then boosts Ricard's wind damage by 30%, his attack by 350%, and raises the damage modifier of Dia's Jump. Let's rank brave abilities. Raising them just raises their damage modifiers, so I'd prioritize Dia's Jump because it's the strongest, and then Wing Sword. Time to make a damage rotation. On turn 1, activate his Brave Shift. Cast I Shall Be Your Opponent, and double cast Blast Spear if you can. On turn 2, activate his Limit Burst. On turn 3, cast Dia's Jump. Spend turn 4 playing the game, and land on turn 5. I tell you to repeat the rotation, but there's really no way you're getting his Limit Burst up in a single turn of his EX plus 1 kit, so just call on the dragon and self-chain as you wait. So, EX2? Sure, EX plus 2 grants him Warring Spirit 2, which not only lets him use his limit burst faster, but it also lets him save I Shall Be Your Opponent for a second go. You could also use it for his base limit burst, which may or may not be better depending on what you have as a player. His Super Trustmaster reward is also great for other jumpers. EX plus 3 is expensive. So how good is Ricard and Wyvern? They're a rather straightforward unit, either helping you chain to aid a finisher or proving Ricard as the finisher. In terms of damage, his capabilities in both forms is impressive relative to their rows, despite the fact that most of his attacks are locked to a given element. Now you can also just jump normally, and that can be imbued with support, but unfortunately as a flexible jumper, he's weaker than Roberta. It doesn't particularly help that his jump damage passive doesn't even meet half the cap, which might make it hard to optimally build him. Nevertheless, if you manage to make it work, Ricard is a powerful unit, sure to land a mark and forever make himself known as the guy of the Super Trustmaster reward you give to other jumpers. Thanks for watching, and if you liked this video, leave a like and subscribe. Comment below if you summon Ricard and Wyvern. Jump is a powerful mechanic, given Jump is a separate modifier that can push damage further, and several strong units like to jump. The modifier boost is actually the same level as Typhus' Super Trustmaster reward materia, Though of course in practice it's a bit different given the other factors in play. But regardless, both features shouldn't really coincide. Just a shame he doesn't have a CG limit burst. I would have liked to see a dragon.